Welcome to the Swing Trading Recycles channel. We're going to do an update on Dixie today. It's February 24th, 2023, and it's day 16 of the daily cycle. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Take a look at the pinned comment. Get caught up on how cycles work, how price action works, what are swing lows, what are swing highs. We analyze trends on this channel. It's what price does. It trends or consolidates. And right now, the Dixie is trending on a daily level, but be aware that it's in a downtrend on the higher time frame. Like you can see that, right? We're down here. We made this important low here on February 1st, and now it's day 16 of the rally on the daily cycle. And so this is the longest rally we've had for a very long time. I mean, look at this. You basically had 3 or 4 day rallies at most, and then they all got petered out. And so this is a change of character for sure. In our last video, we had drawn a line above here because this was this was serving as a swing high, this candle here. We're obviously now well above that. We closed well above it here today on Friday. And so that's telling you something. The weekly chart, we're on week 3 of the new weekly cycle. So that's 3. So we'll be starting week 4 next week. And important to note, as we talked about in the previous video, we went below this low just slightly, like that's what this line is. So we poked below it, but then rallied back, and now we've had 3 weeks of follow through since then. Now, because of this downtrend on the weekly chart, and there's also a downtrend on the monthly and the quarterly for that matter, we would expect that this is going to become a lower high, like even something like that. And then the downtrend continues. We're going to have to see how far does this rally go in terms of time and price, right? Maybe we get a little bit of a pullback next week, then a thrust up. But you could easily see a world where we get all the way up to 107 and it's still bearish. And more specifically, if you think about the level that really needs to be breached, if we look at the monthly chart, this is your monthly swing low here. That's your monthly swing low candle in September. That low is 107.68. That's a really important level. If price is able to get above that and then more importantly test it from above, right? So a successful back test where we go back to the level or zone and we're able to hold a higher low, that's a really big signal to you that we're maybe going to actually retest this high, which is what many people are calling for. And we're going to have to see, because everything here suggests this is your 3-year cycle top here on month 20 in September 2022. I mean, look at this massive downtrend. The other thing to note is that, and we'll look at UUP, which is the ETF that tracks the Dixie, but we're on track to make a bullish outside daily candle, or excuse me, monthly candle. This is your monthly chart. So this month made a new low below the low of January, and the high of January was 105.631, and we're here at 105.260, and so well on pace to make a new high, like a bullish outside candle, which suggests then that we would see some follow through in March, something like that. But again, just a gentle reminder, you could still do something like this, that, and then that, right? There's nothing to stop that from happening. This has been a really big move lower, and so it makes sense that we would it makes sense that we would see a pretty big rally. Let's quantify that though. How much have we declined, and how much of the rally, or excuse me, how much have we declined, and how much of the decline have we retraced? So we declined about 14 points, call it. And so far we've retraced about 4 points. So to get to a 50% retracement, that would be right around, yeah, what a coincidence, right? That would be right around your 107.68 level, just above. So that, like, so there's a confluence of importance there, if you will. That's going to be really interesting to watch. If we do look at UUP, it's actually already made a bullish outside monthly candle, right? So let's go to UUP. Let's look at the monthly chart. Again, this is the ETF that tracks the Dixie. So again, you can see it made a lower low below the low of January, and now it's made a higher high above the high of January. So this is signaling your move. And you can see on the daily chart, big gap up today. So certainly possible that it closes this gap here. So the high on Thursday was 28.35, and so entirely possible that it comes back and checks that. If we look at the hourly chart, you can see it here, right? Like totally possible you see a move, you know. So if you think about it, it ends up being something like, so that's up, 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 then maybe even something like that before resuming higher. So that's a chance to reload on calls, for instance. But again, expecting this to be, you know, a short-lived rally that rolls over soon. If that's not the case, then that's not the case. For UUP, that level would be right around 29 bucks. Like if we cross above that, that's a really important signal. And if we can hold above that, that's a really important signal that tells you we may be about to try to test this local high here at 30.76. And so that's the lay of the land for the Dixie. We're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching.